So it's Thursday. Is it Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. I'm just doing a uni session. So I've kind of jumped out of work and jumping into a uni session. And then I've got to jump out of the uni session early, and I've got to go to a work appointment, which is just where I'm parked, basically. So yeah, bit of a crazy one today. And then we're at the gym this evening, so that should be good. And then I don't know, I've still got studying to kind of focus on. That's really my main focus at the minute, because that work is due in January, and it's quite a big piece of work, quite in depth. So yeah, any kind of spare time that I've got really is kind of being thrown at that, and then video editing, obviously. So yeah, and then tomorrow shopping, food shopping. Yeah, so I'll see you in a bit. Hey everybody, it's me, Zachary Michael. It's not really. I'm just watching him on YouTube. So I've just got back from the gym, jumped in the shower. We had, as you could see, veg curry for tea tonight. So I don't know if I mentioned, but when I made that veg curry, whenever it was, last week, I think it was, it ended up being loads, like way too much. So I just split it up and saved half of it for this week, just for something quick and easy and healthy. So we had that tonight. Don't know what we're gonna have tomorrow. Oh, I think I've got burritos on the board, and I do need to use the wraps up, and that'll be another easy one. I can make it and then reheat it later, and it's just dead easy, isn't it, that? So we'll have that tomorrow. And that's it really. It's been hectic. It's been a hectic Tommy day. Sorry, if you know, you know. I need to stop making so many Girl World references, because it's confusing for people, isn't it? So tomorrow I'm going to get really in front with work in the morning, and I've got a report that I need to get sent out. It's way overdue. I'm going to have to grovel to him and explain all the issues I've had around it. So I've got to send that out first thing, and then in the afternoon the car is at the garage, and I'm hoping that it's going to finally be fixed once and for all. So that's tomorrow, and we're going for a walk in the morning to get some steps in. Good morning. So it's Friday. I'm just getting some work done, and then we're taking the car to the garage to be fixed, hopefully, fingers crossed. I didn't get my walk in today. I overslept, so that went tits up. But yeah, I'm going to try and get some more steps in over the weekend. Not sure what I'm going to be doing, but try and get out and do something. But then I've got another 1,000,001 things that I want to try and get done as well. So I'll just have to see what I can do. So see you in a bit. Good evening. I've not filmed anything today. It's just been crazy. I think I've got like one clip from Rochdale. It's just been absolutely mental. I got loads of work done this morning and into the afternoon, and then I suddenly realised, oh my god, the car is an absolute shithole. So I quickly had to whiz the hoover around it and give it a polish and sort it all out, because I had to take it to the garage this afternoon. We've had a new system put in, so I can have my music on again, and I've all my Google Maps and everything all set up and not having to use my phone. So I've not done anything this evening. I just thought, well, I went shopping. I did the weekly food shop, so that's all sorted. And I just thought, I've not actually had an evening for a while where I've just done nothing. I did like whiz round and do a load of cleaning earlier, after we'd sorted the car out, so I've literally not stopped all day. So yeah, we put some food on when we got back from shopping, and I've just chilled out. I've just done nothing, and it's been really nice. So I'm just going to take my makeup off now and go to sleep. I think I'm just watching H3 and just chilling, and then we're up early in the morning because we're going to Berry Market, to collect the fruit and veg box. We do get it delivered some weeks, but it just depends what's happening and where we are and what we're doing at the time. Sometimes it's easiest for us to go over to the market to collect it rather than having it delivered. But, you know, I'd rather kind of do that than get it from the supermarket, because like I say, it's just a lot cheaper and it lasts a lot longer, and plus, you know, it's a local business, isn't it, at the end of the day. So, you know, there's that as well. So we're going collecting that, and then we're going to grab some breakfast before we go to the market and get the car cleaned, the outside of the car. And then we're going to go and get a coffee somewhere and sit down and just work out what we're doing Christmas wise, with gifts and stuff, because we've not really kind of come up with any plans or anything, and it's like getting really last minute now, isn't it? So yeah, I need to sort that out. And then next week, next week's going to be crazy for work because I'm winding down for Christmas. So I'm going to make sure all my work is sorted out, all my admin straight, all my reports are done, all of that's sorted, because I finish work on Friday next week for 2 weeks. So I don't want to go off on leave knowing that I'm going to have to come back to a pile of work, because I'm going to have to come back to a new pile of work anyway. So yeah, so I just want like a clean finish on the Friday. So be working towards that next week. I didn't go for my walk. Oh, I said that earlier, didn't I? I didn't go for my walk this morning. I bloody overslept. Luke has got a bit of a cold at the moment, and I think I'm starting with something as well. So yeah, so I just, when I got up this morning, you know, when you're starting with it, you just feel rough in the morning, and then you feel rough at the end of the day, but in between you're not too bad. It's like that at the minute, but I've not got time to be ill, so it'll just have to do one. So yeah, that was Friday. It's just been absolutely insane today. But yeah, I'll try and get some footage from the market again tomorrow. And some footage from other stuff that we might be doing. I'll see what I can do. I've just been really shit today. But yeah. Okay, good night. Hello. So, I've not really ended up doing much today. Oh God, what have I done to my makeup? Oh well, whatever. I woke up and felt really rough. Luke was starting with a bit of a cold and he's really poorly today. So I think I've caught something off him. Anyway, we ended up going getting the car washed, as you saw, and then we went over to Bury to collect the fruit and veg box, and we collected Luke from his friend's house because he went out for some drinks with friends last night and then ended up going to somebody's house, and so that kind of sent things a little bit wonky. But we went to Bury and it was absolute carnage. Christmas shoppers just everywhere. There was nowhere to park. I ended up parking on Asda car park and there were hardly any spaces. I went in a space that I wouldn't have normally chosen because I'm still not 100% with my parking yet, and I ended up nearly hitting someone's car. So I was completely traumatized from that. And yeah, so we didn't really end up doing half of what we planned to do. Everything just kind of went tits up. So anyway, I came back home and all I wanted to do was sleep. So I've had a sleep and woke up and I feel like my throat's starting to get really sore now. So I've hardly done anything at all today. So tomorrow I'm just going to have to kind of go into overdrive and try and get 1,000,001 things done in as short a time as possible because I've got a list as long as my arm of things that I want to try and get done. Went to look at that handbag at TJ Maxx and actually saw it was 78 quid and I thought there's no way I'm paying 78 quid for a handbag. Absolutely no way. Like I say, I'm not a big designer person. I'm not into labels and stuff like that. If I like something, I like it. I'm not asked what brand it is or anything. I started my new injection yesterday. I'd actually held off on ordering it because I've been a bit deflated and a bit disheartened about this 15 milligram. I feel like, I was saying to Luke yesterday, I just feel like it's not really helping at all in some instances, but then in others, I do. I went to our work Christmas meeting on Wednesday, and as they did last year, there's like loads of chocolates and biscuits and all sorts of trashy junk food everywhere. And last year, I remember thinking, oh God, I need to stop bloody shoveling all these chocolates down my neck. I just didn't even think twice about what I was eating and, you know, how much shit that I was putting in my mouth and all of that. But it was almost like I couldn't stop myself because it was there. Just like this uncontrollable urge to eat whatever shit was in front of me. But this year, I didn't touch a thing and I wasn't bothered by any of it. It was all sat there on the table and all kind of everywhere and I just wasn't bothered. It just didn't faze me at all. I was just like, nah, don't feel like it. And halfway through, I got quite hungry. So I went out to the car and got my muesli, had that. and I was absolutely fine. Do you know what I mean? So I know that it is doing something in the background, in that I'm still able to kind of have that attitude of kind of not being asked about anything like that. There's the kind of impulsiveness again, going back to that impulse control and that kind of ability to kind of brush it off or not be asked about it. It's there. I can feel it doing something in those kind of instances, but like in general, I'd say my hunger levels are still, I don't know, still pretty strong sometimes, and I just, I don't know. It must be doing something. It must be, because I know me, or well, the old me, I suppose now. I would have just sat there scoffing shit and not been asked about it, and now I'm not. I can kind of go, nah, not bothered. So yeah, it's just weird. It's weird. I think I really wish I'd kind of started these injections sooner and not read so much information or kind of individual experiences on what they're like, because they're just not what you expect them to be. And you see all these celebrities in social media and all that, and they kind of walk out the front door one day and they're a completely different person, and it's all because of these injections. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of they've got like tons of resources to hand on top of the injections, and they live a certain lifestyle, don't they? So they're able to kind of do the extreme alongside the injections, and I don't know, it's just you kind of expect them to do a certain thing for you, and you expect the experience to be a certain way, and then it's really not. You still get hungry, you still have sugar cravings, all of those things, but there's kind of, alongside that, there is a weird kind of underlying thing that the injections do, but you still have to do a lot of the work. And I think I went into this thinking it's going to be so easy. I knew that I'd have to make long-term permanent changes to the way I think about food and my lifestyle and that kind of thing, but I thought the actual practical side of getting the weight off, I didn't think there'd be much work in that, and there is. So I'd just say to anybody starting them, don't assume that every week you're going to lose and you're just going to kind of overnight be a different version of yourself and it's going to be so easy, because it's really not. You still have to do a hell of a lot of work yourself, and sometimes you're going to feel like you're not even getting anything out of them, and it's going to feel like a really expensive waste of time sometimes. God, I'm so negative today, aren't I? I am grateful that I've got this far, but I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on the 15 milligram for. It's costing a lot of money for one thing, but at some point I've got to do it myself, haven't I? I'm probably going to set a target for myself and kind of say, right, when I get to this weight, we're going to knock the injections on the head. Or maybe, I don't know if that's wise, actually. I was going to say maybe kind of taper off them, but I don't know if that's something I should do, but I'd have to speak to the pharmacist before doing anything crazy like that, wouldn't I? But yeah, I need to kind of start thinking about, the other end of this and how that's going to look, I suppose. But yeah, I think I need to kind of settle into the gym a bit more first as well. But I've been going, Tuesday, Thursday. That's been I've been doing that and sticking to that up to now. So yeah, so I'm getting there, but yeah, they're not all the cracked up to be, these injections. They're really not. So they think long and hard before you kind of go into it. But yeah, that's the end of this vlog anyway. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.